Hey everyone, this is going to act as a real-time warm-up video, so you can just go along with the video. We're just going to warm you up from head to toe, just so you're completely ready to exercise. First one we're going to do is we're going to start like this with wrists underneath for shoulders, knees underneath for hips, and we're going to push up like that, create as big an arch as we can, push up through the arms, relax the neck, and raise the ribs up as high as we can, and then from there we're going to turn down into this position here. We're just going to look up, stick our bum out and get our tummy as close to the floor as we can with straight arms. And then we're just going to go back and forth like this. So ribs up, relax the neck, and down, tummy as close to the floor. And it's just getting the spine nice and warmed up. And then from there, we're going to go feet and knees together, and we're just going to bend from side to side like this. And what you want to do on this one is you just want to make sure you don't lean forwards. If you find that you're touching the floor, then you can just close the fist to increase the range of motion. And on the hand that's coming up, you just want to raise that all the way up to the armpit. And don't lean forwards just so you can touch the floor. Keep yourself nice and upright and really get into the sides. From there, we're going to come into plank. So plank, we're going to go feet and knees together, wrists are going to be underneath shoulders, tailbone's going to be tucked, glutes slightly squeezed, then we're going to take our right foot to our right hand like that. Don't worry if you can't get all the way forward straight away, that's just something that's going to improve with time. From there, we're going to put our back knee down, and we're going to twist out like this, keeping our eye on our hand. And what it's going to do is just going to stretch the chest and the shoulders out, and get the middle of that back nice and mobile. And then from there, we're going to push up onto the knee like this, nice and upright. We're going to start pulsing forwards gently. That's just going to work into the front of the hip there. And if we squeeze our butt on that back leg, that's just going to increase that stretch. From there, we can also reach up to, if we want to increase that stretch a little bit more, if we're really mobile, we can even look up at the ceiling. From there, what we're going to do, we're going to start dropping back like this and grabbing the toes, the ankles, or the shins, depending on your flexibility. You're just going to go back and forth like this. This just really works into the hamstrings, the front of the foot, the front of the hip, and gets us nice and mobile and ready to train our legs. And from there, we're going to come back into our plank. We're just going to hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. So we've got wrists underneath our shoulders, feet and knees together, tailbone tucked, glutes slightly squeezed, left foot forwards. And we're going to go same again, so back knee's going to come down, and we're going to twist out like this, keeping our eye on the hand, and again just stretching the chest and the shoulders, and just opening the middle of that back out, and get that nice and flexible. And you might not be able to go as far around as me to start off with, don't worry about it, it'll get better with time. Push up onto the knee again, pulse forwards, squeeze the glute on that back leg if you want to increase the stretch. Take the arms up. Look back if you need to increase it. Don't have to do this if you're already getting enough of a stretch before. And then again, we're just coming down, touching, and going back and forth. And again, remembering you can touch there, or there. It's just dependent on your own flexibility where you'll touch. And at any point, if you want to stop the video and just work on something because you feel like it needs a bit of extra attention, that's absolutely fine. And then from there, we're going to go hands down, and we're going to step forwards into a squat, put our arms out like this, and we're just going to hold. Try and have your feet on the floor, try and plant your heels, and kind of claw your toes into the floor, like that. And then from there, we're going to put our hands down, go onto our back, arms are going to go out into a T like this, and we're just going to go from side to side like this with the legs. Again, just warming the spine up. You can try tensing the abs as you go from side to side as well, so you get a bit of that activation in there. Really start working into the core. And the next one's going to look a bit funny if you haven't done it before. All you're going to do is you're going to roll back with straight foot, getting your spine nice and flexible, and then you're going to reach forwards, straight legs, not much space between the knees and the floor, point the toes, and go forwards like that. Just go back and forth like this. If you're not flexible enough, it's absolutely fine not to go as far back or not to go as far forwards. You might find it looks a bit more like this. And then from there, we're going to go legs wide apart. Those legs as wide apart as you can and reach forwards and straddle. Still trying to point the toes as we go forwards. And then from there, we're going to come into a bridge. So with the bridge, we want toes up in the air, heels pushing down into the floor. We're going to press our lower back down into the floor, tense our abs, and then bridge up and squeeze as hard as we can. So it's down, lower back into the floor, tense your abs, bridge up and squeeze your glutes. Lower back down, tense abs, bridge up and squeeze glutes. Glutes are your bum muscles. Lower back into the floor, brace your abs, bridge up and squeeze. So we're just scooping up through the hips, tucking that tailbone under. And then from there, I'm just going to start working into shoulders. So for this, we're going to point our fingers out and we're just going to go back and forth like this. So as we fall down, chest falls down, shoulder blades come together. As we push up, we spread the shoulder blades apart and round the back. From there, we're going to come into something called a bird dog, where you're going to extend to opposite. So right hand's going to go out as your left foot goes out, and with the right hand, you're going to graze it along the floor, and then raise up and reach as far forwards as you can. And on your leg, you're just squeezing your butt hard as you can. You're just going to go from side to side like this. You're just reaching as far forwards as you can every time. It's worth that bit of extra effort. Just get your shoulders moving around. You're really healthy. Going for about 5 reps on each side. And then from there, up onto the feet. And all we're going to do, we're going to bend over like this. Hang the arms down, keep them flopping straight. You can take your shoulders back and you can take your shoulders down away from your ears and then drop back, down away from your ears, drop back, down away from your ears, drop back, down away from your ears, drop. And that's it. Should be ready to go now and smash your workout session. Don't worry if that felt like a warm-up, if that actually felt like exercise, because there was a lot of movement involved with that and it was a bit of a workout in itself.